The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? We're going to do it now. Do it good. So real quick, we're going to talk about the weekend and some of the things we experienced, some of the things that felt good or didn't feel good. I was telling Miles offline how I had an unfortunate situation where I lost the maternity shoot of one of my clients, and just trying to deal with that professionally and trying to deal with that emotionally had me in a funky place. It didn't help that I was battling a major cold. I've been sick since like last Tuesday. After I left the show on Tuesday.
I hope I didn't give you a call.
I don't know. I mean, I hope you didn't either. But if you did, it is what it is. Because
we wasn't in the same bed or nothing like that.
no, we were not. That was not a thing.
I'll just make it sure.
I'm positive it wasn't a thing,
Yeah.
but you were giving me some advice about, you had asked me how many times I was going to say I'm sorry,
right.
and you were starting to give me advice.
Yeah, I was saying just apologize one time and keep the show going. You know what I mean? Just say, look, I apologize. Thank you for coming back and returning. I really appreciate it. And give her the envelope or the return you're going to give her. And let's say, hey, let's have a good time.
Right.
And take it there. And then maybe when you say, I apologize for taking up this time when they leaving.
Right.
But I know it could, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You'd be like.
You know what I realized about the people, like Caucasian people? They say I'm sorry a lot.
They do.
And it irritates the fuck out of me. Even when I said that the device was missing, and I was asking people, like, did you see it? And they're like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, why are you sorry? I'm the one that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that with the missing device.
It make you think, like, did you take my shit?
Right. And like I had mentioned, I never want to accuse anybody of thievery because I didn't really clock in my mental where I put things away when I was packing up. So it could pop up 3 months from now, and then I done let my energy put that out there that somebody is a thief around me. Yeah. And then I gotta constantly be sitting there feeling like.
Or if you see a camera in their car, you be like.
Right. Can I see what kind of camera that is?
Right.
What kind of device is that?
Serial
what
number.
SIM card do you use? How many milligrams?
And it's funny. I mean,
megabytes.
I didn't accuse people of stealing. I found the stuff like in a couple of days or a week.
I just accused my mail lady of taking 6 of my packages, and I caught up with her yesterday because we just moved. So I caught up with her yesterday. Mm-hmm. She was on vacation. Mm-hmm. And I told her what happened, and she apologized and went to the mailbox that she put it in to bring it to our door.
Right.
And the first thing he said is, "Did you apologize to me?"
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't say
she stole them. Right.
I said the mail person stole them. She was on vacation, so at that time she was not the mail person. So I don't have to apologize to her. But I did tell her I appreciated it because she didn't have to.
Right.
Because that was kind of like outside of the rules. But you put my packages in a mailbox that I don't have assigned to me, nor do I have a key.
Which you knew to the spot, right?
Yeah, we're new to the spot. Yeah. And I didn't even know, because on my lease it says I get 2 mailbox keys, but I didn't get them.
Right.
Gotcha.
But I didn't
But she didn't know it.
Right, she didn't know
that's
it.
not her job to know that. But and that's one of my biggest fears is to have that over my head, that I have thoughts about somebody thieving, because when I've been around a thief. I don't fuck around with thieves.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally cut thieves
Okay.
off. You can't even be in my aura. So
Thieves and liars.
if it was somebody that's around me or work around me and they
Here we
took
go.
from me, it's not going to be the same.
No.
It shouldn't be.
I totally agree with you. I used to put the itching powder on shit.
Oh gosh.
So people are like, "Hey, dog, who took my shit?" I don't. It wasn't me. And they be itching up like, I don't say nothing. And earlier, when I was a childish person, I put that invisible ink on people, and everybody used to go in my little bag. It was my bags of weed, so I knew they was
Oh
lying.
my God! I never thought about that. The invisible ink, because I live with people who think that
invisible powder ink.
my food is their food, and they take my food. And that is such a pet peeve to me. My food does not have an expiration date on
Right.
when I'm supposed to eat it.
True.
But for them,
They be like, "It been in there for 2 days."
You know, and they like, it's been in there for
I wouldn't give a
3,
damn if
4
it was in there
days.
for
And I'm
3
like, so
for
what?
4 years. Don't touch
It's
my
my food. You have stolen. For me, you've stolen from me.
It's so crazy because I have only lived in small homes as far as the amount of people in the home. So when I was growing up, it was pretty much my mom, me, and my grandmother. So the three of us. I have cousins come over, but you know, for the most part, it's the three of us, and like it's just King and I. So when I see people who function in households that have 5, 6, 7 people, I'm like, how do y'all do that,
Girl?
Because King will stand over me like. Like, we got into it about a bag of pistachios, and I knew that the pistachios was gonna be calling his name. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. And I go in there, and it's like a trail of pistachios across the dining room table, and I'm like, "So you eating my nuts?" And he like, "Why you gotta say it like that?" I'm like, "Because ain't nobody tell you to open up my nuts."
Thank you.
So every time you walk around, I'm gonna say, "You like my nuts?" Like that next time.
And then you wonder why he asked you. Yeah.
Well, you know, his mama's an asshole. It's fine. But it ain't always fine when it's your birthday. But other situations, it's okay. You know?
But I ain't gonna lie, one day, this made me so happy. And that's probably the first day I had the first good sleep when I was like 30. I was hanging with my boys, and I had to stay over their house for a couple of weeks. And his girl, she always told me, "This is my house, you know. You can't tell me what not to eat in my refrigerator." So I put a fake dead mouse
Oh, no.
in my pizza. And when I heard that scream, I gently went to sleep. I was like, "That's what her bitch ass get," you know. And
Okay, I thought I was petty. You
That's
petty.
petty as hell.
You petty as hell.
I'm gonna tell you how petty I really am. Somebody did me really bad. Really, really bad. Disrespectful as hell.
Okay.
But she always kept her car door unlocked. Because she had to unlock, that's the only way she unlocked her back door.
Oh my God, I'm scared to know what you did.
I went to PetSmart and bought 25 rats.
Oh my God.
Right? I mean, $112 ain't bad. I dumped all of them in her car.
That is something I would do.
Hey, look, I dumped all of them in her car. All of them.
I don't play with karma like that.
No, I mean,
You know, like I told you, I'm a witch. You know what I'm saying? You're going to F around and find out with me.
Hey, look,
You
I
know?
bet you she witch.
Right.
She would never mess with me.
I bet she wished
but-
she didn't.
You know what's crazy? Like,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, she said she allergic. Go back to
You're
what she
allergic
said.
to people
Oh,
coming over.
yeah,
She allergic to people coming over.
She told me that.
I'm allergic
She said she's allergic to people coming over. Mika said, "Wow, savage." It's not savage.
That's savage.
I mean, she took something
Ratchet?
over. She took something over. She took over a particular business of mine over false allegations.
you know what? No,
Now, she got more than rats.
Now,
No, I
now
had to.
it is somebody out here who is still promoting trips. Who's
Oh, yeah.
stealing people money,
Money, yeah.
who could literally get 25 rats in their car. Like, I mean, that's a great idea now that you think
I'm
about it. I'm
telling you.
just like, I need somebody to pick up the rats. I can't do
I
it.
can't do
I'm
it either.
telling you.
I can get a bunch of snakes
Hey,
or
look, hey,
no.
look, hey, look, when they said the way she jumped out that car on Greenfield, and man, I was so tickled. 'Cause I couldn't wait up that late to where I had to take care of my daughter, but. They said she tripped all out of there, was screaming. She said one of them probably ran all on her shoulder, and I
Yeah.
loved it.
That's
See, I'm somebody that I will put hair removal in your shampoo.
Oh, Miles, you should have sent the single rat
Yeah.
emoji.
It's,
Like I'm gonna do something that's gonna mess you up. I'm never gonna mess with your property. Like, I like the rat thing because the rats is on the inside and not in the engine.
Yeah.
But I'm somebody that I'm gonna put hair remover in your shampoo. I'm gonna do something.
No, see, I
Something
can't-
got to
I
get
couldn't
done.
get that close to her no more because
Right.
she had a warrant. She had a restraining order from
Hold
her.
on. Okay.
And so but I know she always kept her.
Hey, the rats was a good thing.
I think that's
The rats was a good thing. Shoot.
and it sends a message.
Yes, it does.
You know, real quick, because I do want to give attention to this. About a year ago, I had some of my friends or colleagues call in because we were talking about Tamika Williams, who is a scammer.
Right.
And just recently, I received another video saying that she is back at it,
Yeah.
that she's trying to plan another trip and get 50 women to pay her to go to Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth.
Yeah, well, it's a bus trip.
Okay.
And she was
Up
doing
the
an amazing bus trip, but then she started like
Scamming people.
having people pay, and then her grandma died. I think somebody was mentioning on my feed her grandma has died like 3 times.
Oh,
she
my
got me for $400.
Right.
And somebody had asked on the thread, like, y'all still giving her your money? No, this was 2 years ago. But because people know that I am adamant about this cause, that anytime it comes up, somebody gonna let me know. No matter how much I'm blocked,
Right.
I'm blocked on
So
all
she
your
back
social
at
media
it, huh?
feeds, but you're back at it. So just know that as much as you want to take people money, it's going to be my responsibility to let as many women know that you can't be out here doing that to people without. And I figured like karma probably got her and she
Yeah.
probably broke, so she wanted to scam somebody again. Because what's 100 times 50, $5,000 or something like that? No, it's
$100.50, yeah, $5,000.
right.
Yeah,
So,
5,000, yep.
so you know what I mean. You pay for the bus, you pocket that rest. That's
Yeah, but whoever want to go to Frankenmuth, they need to take their lonely ass on.
They need their ass whooped.
Well, the idea is more so having a bus full of women,
Right.
and then they do the
okay.
wine tasting, and you can drink on the bus.
It's more for the camaraderie
it's
of the women.
camaraderie. Yeah. So
Okay.
So, I'm glad you brought that up because I told people, I said, as much as men, this for men and women, but this is a problem I think it don't work good with men because men is more savage than women. Women could say they come together for the sisterhood and all that stuff and get ripped the fuck off, right? I think it happened with men before, but niggas probably died. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like, maybe we need to stick to the women.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think any one woman wants to sacrifice her family.
No.
Like, if I didn't have King, I was a different person before I became King's
Right.
mom.
Absolutely.
But I also didn't need to go on bus trips. You know what I'm saying? I was jumping on the back of men's motorcycles and stuff back when I didn't have King.
Right.
So I was having a ball. But once I became his mom, a nice bus trip, be able to have some wine and Bloody Marys and not worry about driving,
And
sound good.
And talk to women like it's nothing. It is nothing more beautiful than women getting together. Just the energy, especially when it's like-minded people.
Right.
Oh my God! It is
Dancing and
such
laughing
an
and sharing.
amazing time.
Being around, because being a mom, a single mom, and like right now having a teenage son, when you talk to other women and it's like you're not alone. You know what I'm dealing with King. You know, and when you talk to men about it, they always want to tell you what you should be doing or how you should be handling or what he needs, even though they're not helping.
Well,
You know,
that-
but when you're talking to women, they will give you what am I looking for? Some kind of peace in knowing that this too will pass.
This too will pass,
You know,
yeah.
like your son will come back to you. You know, he's just going through.
Also, we have the understanding. Hey, you're not the only one. And what you going through, I've been through. It's gonna pass. He's
Right.
gonna be all right.
Yeah.
This is just a little bump in the road for him. It's nothing better than someone who can reinforce your thought process of, am I doing it right?
Right,
And
right.
to have another woman that's been through it or is going through it and say, hey, you gonna make it through this. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I see how it can work. However,
And then you be like, hey, fuck them kids. Because they also know what I mean when I say fuck them kids.
I mean, that's cute.
Because I am on
I am
fuck them
cute.
damn kids.
I mean, it's cute, but the realization is that's you become prey.
What do you mean by that?
You are preyed upon. So same thing with church and all this stuff. When they know, like the sickest person gives the most in church, or the sickest person gives the most in church, and the most scandalous person get the most in church.
Well,
So I'm saying when we go through, these are things that society has made. This is not a black thing or not a white thing. It's just a people thing. And once you make it a thing, you don't want to be a part of that thing. That's what I'm saying. Young people purposefully call us old because of our actions, but they don't have no actions to have.
okay.
Right.
So when we, like you call me, because your ass old, that's what you told me, right? But the truth is my experiences tell me better. You feel me? And then I've learned when people say things, I can tell when people really don't mean what they say. And then I can really tell they mean what they say. Like when somebody said, man, I'll beat your ass. I'm 6'2". You 5'4". Shut up. You know what I mean? That's a little bit. You know, you can kill me by having a weapon, but beat my ass.
Beat my ass.
Is
A little far-fetched.
Definitely far-fetched. So when people don't understand the person who you trying to threaten, like you say, you know some jujitsu. Somebody trying to come up to you to smack you in your head.
I said taekwondo.
Same thing.
Nope.
Yep.
Not the same.
It's French.
It's a martial art.
It's French. Listen.
I'm like, it's not the same.
But when the thing about the scamming and whatever is you don't know your prey, because I attended a trip where it was successful.
Yeah.
And then she teamed up with somebody who is a motivational speaker who has a woman organization that prides itself off of uplifting women. So the second trip was like a collaboration with these two organizations. So nobody knew that this was a scam.
So
why would you think it? Because you already had one successful.
Exactly.
Nobody probably think it, but I'm gonna show you this one. Some of this experience kicked in. When people when you hear uplifting women, right? Wait a minute, who is this motherfucker to uplift me? That's one. That's what I think, right? So before I got into ET, Eric Thomas, when everybody called him a motivational speaker, I had to see him to understand why they call him a motivational speaker.
Okay.
When then he said, I'm not a motivational speaker. He started saying, I'm not a motivational speaker. Let's get that straight. Because no matter what I say, I'm talking to everybody, and everybody can't be motivated the same way.
Correct.
I mean, and I get that, but I said that the organization was meant to uplift women. I didn't say that they had they're calling their organization an uplifting woman organization, but I said that it was meant just like Eric Thomas motivates me. He may not be a motivational speaker, but have you ever hit them weights while he in your ear? And he be like, "You can do it! What the fuck? Get in there!
He don't
Get in there!" He don't be cussing, but like I be in there like, tomorrow, I am motivated.
Hey, y'all, due to time is not on our side. Let's go straight to the topic of the day.
Okay, let's go back to the topic.
We never been there. Let's go to so
we never been there because I've never been there.
I ain't never. So do
we get shots?
No.
Because y'all played the game I never, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So get the bottle.
No. So
I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, but we're not going to drink on air.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's say
unless it's a special show.
No, it's not a special show.
Not today.
We special out
last
of time.
week was special.
Yeah,
this week ain't special.
It wasn't really. It was St. Lakey Day last Tuesday.
So I've never. Go ahead. What do y'all got something?
I definitely.
You came up with the topic. I'm sure you do.
I would never marry a white woman.
I would never marry a white woman either.
I never would either.
No,
we all agree. Nobody takes a shot.
I would never have a foursome.
Oh.
I had a foursome.
I had a foursome.
Wait a minute. And this is like the anniversary of my foursome because it was like on March 31st.
Wow.
And the next day was Easter. I was like,
we're going to have a foursome
Jesus
story.
No, did he rise? Did your dude rise again?
Yeah, it was the longest. I was like, I think I was the only one not on drugs because they was just on something, and I bumped into it. I like fell into it. It was a great. I'll never
Fell into a foursome.
I know, right? It's
I have to hear this story.
and I don't think. No, I can't say I'll never do it again. But so you say you'll never do a foursome. What about a fivesome?
No, I think that a threesome is enough for me only because I'm a freak with limits.
Okay.
Right? It's certain things that you cannot do with me. It would just turn me the fuck off.
Right.
So that a foursome, that's a lot of fluid going around. It's too much fluid. It's too much fluid.
Okay, what are they saying?
So Yamina said I will marry a white woman because she'll take care of me, and I have had a foursome. But we're talking about what we never did. Yamina.
I got to hear that story too. I got to hear that story.
So listen, and also what I would never do, I would never down my black sisters for any other woman.
Thank you.
You feel me?
We appreciate that.
I would never do that. Only because I know y'all can slit my throat the quickest.
Yes, we could.
So she said that's just an orgy. Anything more?
I'm with you,
Over
Mika.
3 people.
Mika wants to know how in the hell did you fall into a foursome? I want to hear it too.
Face first, evidently.
I'll never talk about it on this show. Maybe another one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because we only have like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Top of the top.
I'm not embarrassed about it.
I'm not embarrassed about the.
No, I just want to know how.
So
We talk about that later.
as far as
Like I would.
I'll never.
I never.
Go ahead.
I
Listen.
was gonna say I never ride a roller coaster, but I have my limitations on because there's a couple of roller coasters I do like.
Like what?
But I like the little mind one.
Oh, like the
I like
corkscrew.
I like the corkscrew.
Yeah.
But I'll never get on the Millennial Force. I'll never get on the
Never.
Dragster. I'll never get on the Gemini.
I can't say that. I've
Gemini
been on
was
all
fun.
of them.
I don't think the Gemini don't exist no
Gemini's,
more.
yes, it does.
I've been on all of
The
them.
Cedar Point or Kings Island. Well,
At
listen.
Cedar Point, but only one car runs.
Okay.
So remember, they used to be like racing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Only one. We were there last time. Only one run. But it's like just up and down,
Yeah.
up and down.
Oh, I never will fuck a father after I fuck the son. I'll never do that again.
Again, girl, be quiet. Anyway, she's so disrespectful. She high. Listen, no.
Yeah, I'll
But
never do that again. It was too much confrontation.
But you know what? It is. I made the mistake of saying to a dad that I was sleeping with that I was young enough to fuck the father and the son,
Knew you
and
fucking go
because.
there.
I'm 10 years younger than the father
Okay.
and 10 years older than the son.
Ooh, perfect.
And but I realized even that statement was confrontational.
Ludicrous.
Of course.
You know, and I thought I was being facetious, you know, and I he didn't think it was funny.
At all.
You know, because in his head, him and his son only 20 years apart. You know what I mean? Like, they, which they are.
Well, shout out to my guy Tone on Toxic Talk. He told a story about him and his dad relationship with a woman. So
Yeah. But I would never, I would never cross those lines. I would never cross those lines.
one thing I would say I would never do. I never did. I never spit in nobody's face. That's a pure sign of pure disrespect and possibly getting killed.
I've done that.
Damn.
I've
Yeah.
never spit in anybody's face, but I've had somebody spit in my face.
Damn.
And it even to this day, there's a little part of me that will never have complete respect for that person again.
There you go.
You know, and it's somebody that I have to deal with for the rest of my life. You know, because it was King's dad.
Wow.
You know, so, but I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that you looked at me so small.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't shit. You know, I'm just a regular.
That's exactly what it is. You were not shit.
Right.
That person.
Because the person I spit on, that's exactly what they were. They wasn't shit.
And also, I would never forget who I am as a black man. In my fears, in my visions, and in my physical form, I would never forget who I am. That's why I think I miss death so many times, because I realize that as a black man, we always will be targets until the day that we die.
Absolutely.
And I feel sad for black people who don't understand what black really mean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As a boy, my cousin had told me, he said, do you realize as you grow, you're going to learn more how much people do not like you? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, like, how can they not like me?
Right.
I found out. When I got homeless, I found out how many black people don't like black people.
And how many, one of the things that I learned through my travels over the, when I bust up out of town is that we forget that when you live in a city like Detroit, that this is a chocolate city.
Yes.
You don't see a lot of Caucasians, Asians, Indians. You just used to seeing black people. So when you leave, as soon as you cross the border of Ohio, no other city is made up like Detroit.
None.
And so when I was in Philly, you know that they have an exhibition, an outdoor exhibition dedicated to enslaved Africans. Mm-hmm. But Trump had them take everything down.
Yes.
They had everything pulled off the wall. The television monitors that was up, they all said out of order.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, and I made a TikTok video about it, just being in that space and feeling that somebody put their hard work in planning, because I work at a educational facility in a museum. So I know how long it takes to curate something like that, and how many people it takes to say, hey, we're going to do this and make it happen.
Right.
They built this thing, they curated this thing, and in a day, one person can say, no,
And
it's too
just
many white
tore it
people that
down.
go through there. We don't want them to feel uncomfortable.
And for a person to think, you want to feel uncomfortable as a black person too, go to the African American Museum. I'm talking about the one in D.C.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have any of y'all been there?
No, I plan to go next year.
I tell you what, by the time I got to the second floor, I was infuriated. I mean, fucking infuriated.
I
right?
bet.
To where I went there the first year they built it, right? It wasn't totally built out how it's built out now, because they have in the basement now, or the lowest level, they have exhibits there that will make you break down and actually ask yourself, why was I born black? Mm-hmm. And then as you walk out, and if you gain your composure, you will realize the reason you were, because you were strong enough to.
Well, you know, South Carolina has one too, and they say the South Carolina African American Museum is pretty much compared to the Washington one. So I gotta
go see that one. But I'm gonna tell you this one, the one in Washington is the biggest one, right?
Okay.
And when I tell you, it's sectioned off so scandalous to where you be like, I didn't even know we was part of that. I mean, they in every museum you go to, 9 times out of 10, that's dealing with history, African American history, they gonna have a Motown part. You know what I mean? And just from me being from Detroit and being and sitting there and standing there, I've also been to the LBJ Museum. They had a Motown exhibit there. The Motown is engraved in the history of America.
Absolutely.
When it comes to African Americans and music, of course. However, I would say this: we should be some very prideful people in who we are.
Yeah.
Especially if you was born and raised here. This is the part where young people don't get. You know what I mean? Young people, they think about the rap stuff, but they understand there will be no rapping without Motown.
I will tell you this, and it's something we have to deal with as parents. The gap is closing, and my biggest fear is that the kids don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't technically care for the movie that Tyler Perry did. People loved it. It was okay, but the message, the new one, Joe's Road Trip.
Oh my God. It was so damn funny and good.
It wasn't to me, but it was okay. It was okay.
Oh my God.
And I know I'm a unicorn with that, because the way people were praising the movie, it made me watch it. But I didn't have to see another Tyler Perry movie again, and I'm okay with that. But what he spoke on with how young people feel like it's not necessary to know the history of African Americans, I'm wondering if we will ever get that back where it means something to them. Because I cannot remember what we got to make them care. But how do you make them care? It's the question. That is the biggest question. How do you make them care?
I think by doing what Joe did is how you get them back to caring. You get them in those spaces, in those places, and give them the history. It is a different feeling of me seeing on TV where Martin Luther King lost his life. It is a different feeling being in that space. Mm-hmm. The moment you're in that space, you can feel it. You can feel what happened there that day.
Right.
And it made a difference to me. So I think we as the parents, it's our fault that they no longer care. And I say it's our fault because I can tell you now, I talk to a lot of young mothers, and none of them have taken their children to the African American Museum. They have not made them watch Roots. They have taken the history that our elders gave us, and now that is no longer being given to these children. So why would they care?
But I've spoken to men, black men that's in their 50s. And I just had a conversation with one recently, and he was asking about my son. And I was like, he's dealing with the struggles of being a 14-year-old black man. And he's like, wait a minute, can I talk to you for a minute? Why do you say being a black man and not just a man? Because when I'm out here and I'm educating young people and I'm talking to the youth in schools, I never just tell them they're a black man. I tell them that they're a man. And I told him, I said, that's a problem for me.
Yeah, that's
because I need my son, when he's traveling around the world, to know that he is a black man. So, to the subject,
Facts.
I never heard a white person make a crude comment. So I was hanging out with a friend. He went to hit the handicap thing because I was behind, and just so happened somebody was coming out in a wheelchair, and the guy was pushing her in the wheelchair and whatever, and I was walking forward, and I heard the white person say, he best to be happy he's one of those good ones. I had never heard anything like that in my life. And I went to CMU. I went to Mount Pleasant. And it was so shocking. I didn't even want to share with him because I didn't want to be in a situation where it was going to escalate.
Right.
Because how you going to say that to a grown black man? Mm-hmm. He best be lucky he's one of the good ones.
Because I'm going to tell you why. The same reason why you let your son know that he's a black man. Because if a person don't realize who he is, that situation could have turned ugly. The reason why she said it was because he is a black man. And that was her reminding him who he was before he got out of line.
Well, he didn't hear him.
Oh.
He didn't hear him because it was a man talking to the woman that he was pushing in the wheelchair. I heard them. Yeah, I didn't want to tell my friend what they said because he prides himself on being a black man.
Yeah,
and he would have showed them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's my whole point.
That's why I'm like, I didn't want. It's something that our young people need to know. When we're traveling to different states and different places, we do have to act accordingly, or we can find ourselves hanging from somebody's tree.
Absolutely.
You can fuck around and find out.
Yep.
That's very true, because there was a time when we was traveling, they said, whatever you do, don't look at white folks in the face, and I did not know it was a problem. When the police got there at one situation in Kentucky, he like, did you hear what I said? I said, I understand what you're saying, but they were accusing me of stealing free candy out of the lobby. And he was like, I know you're not from here. So it's best you just go ahead and safe and have safe
Oh, wow.
travels.
Right.
And he let me know. He really wanted to say nigga.
And I love Google. I never thought we would live in a time where you can literally Google if I should stay in this town as a black woman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was literally, when I was driving across country, like before I stop, let me Google and see if this is black friendly.
Oh, listen, when we travel mainly driving, and yeah, but when we are driving to these different states like Texas and stuff like that, I always look up, hey, is this a sundown town we're about to go through? Like I need to know. I did not realize how many sundown towns are literally right here.
In Michigan.
Right.
Like
in
literally
Michigan.
right here.
Like Novi, Livonia.
What's the M one? What's the M one? Oh my God.
Northfield.
No.
She said M.
Milford.
Yeah, Milford.
Yeah.
I did not know Milford was a sundown town until I was in it at sun goddamn down,
Goddamn down.
and was scared. I have never felt fear like that before, and it was a very uncomfortable feeling because I thought behind me was this white man in this red truck staring at me, and I was freaking out.
They're always in a red truck, aren't they?
Red and white truck.
And it's the bad part. This lets you know how much sometimes. This is why watching certain movies I can't do because what it does to my mind. I just knew that was a white man in that red truck. I want y'all to know it was a brother.
Wow.
Up under a white light.
Yeah.
That was watching me because it was.
Make sure
he
you say.
said, "Ma'am, do you know where you are? You need to hurry up." And that freaked me out even more. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get these people their stuff. And he like, where you have to go? And I told him, he was like, you need to hurry up and drop them groceries off and get out of here. But to just have that fear, I'm like, I'm in Milford.
I was watching Django the other day, which I do often for practice.
Who's that nigga on that nag?
I watched the end
Oh.
to figure out how many I could take out with 2 guns.
He's so silly.
That's how I taught King about slavery. I know that probably wasn't the first movie he should have watched.
No, should have watched.
But
And Roots is not about slavery. However,
no, it's about family.
It's definitely about family. But Roots is one great movie. All children need to see.
I can't watch Roots. I've seen Roots, but you couldn't tell me right now to watch Roots. I couldn't do that.
Well, one of
the anger that I would feel from it, and I understand that it is things that we do have to know about, but there are certain movies that I already know triggers me, and
Roots is one
I
of
don't
them.
want to be triggered like that.
Okay, Yusuf said, "What up, good people?" Listen, I will put it like this: I never in my life thought about. I'm lying. I'm about to say, I never thought about killing myself, and that's a lie. I thought about suicide about 3 or 4 times in my
Yeah,
life.
me too.
Me too.
And I think, but I would never tell a child not to tell me what's on their mind.
Absolutely.
I think all children need to tell you what's on their mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it don't, you feel very bad. I know
Now-
a friend of mine, his daughter was gay. She was too afraid to tell her dad that she was gay. He opened the garage door she was hanging from in the garage.
I would never disrespect my son by calling him out his name. I would never call my son a bitch.
Right.
I would never call my son a hoe ass.
N-word.
N-word,
But you
I
never
never-
say, hey, you little mother. You never said
Yeah,
that.
I call him a motherfucker, but I'm the mom.
I said that to my
I mean,
daughter.
and I try not to cuss at him,
They be a bunch of
honestly.
little motherfuckers though.
And as he gets older, I try to watch my tone and how I speak to him because I would die if he came back with a female who was talking to him in a certain manner.
yes,
and
yes.
he's like, well, this is what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I never want him to be used to a woman speaking down to him.
Yeah.
So now that he's 14, I watch how I speak. Not saying I don't get angry, but I also come back and I explain, like, do you understand why I was so upset?
Yeah.
And what happened?
Hey, Rhea said, hey, peeps, dang. I
You ain't
missed-
missed half the show. It just got started. It's about to be over.
Yeah, we just
Let me tell
started.
you, I never will forgive Trump and his thought process on trying to erase us,
Almost definitely.
trying to erase our history. I will never forget him. But guess what, people? He will not be reelected. And guess what? The next president, they're going to put all that shit back.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Shout out to Obama rerunning.
Okay?
I never thought that we would be living in this time.
I
Me
did.
either.
We've been through this already.
Okay.
We've been through the Nixon. We've been through the Reagans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I.
You said.
But I never thought that we would be living through this time.
Right, and you gonna say whatever you need to say just to say I'm wrong. But for one, I didn't live through Nixon. Barely lived through Reagan because I was born in '79, and we're talking about 40 years ago. So I'm speaking of 2026, not when race was still thrown in your face. You know, we're only 60 years out of the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
So at 40 years ago, they were 20 years out of it. So they could understand and still see, and a lot of those people were still alive. Most of the people who are dealing with the civil rights movement aren't alive now. So I never thought.
No, I was agreeing. I was agreeing.
No, you
without
wasn't. You
agreeing.
literally was like, no. You see, Nixon and we lived through it. Like,
I don't want to get braids. Just get cut off.
I don't care if it gets cut off. All this is real back here.
You said back.
Yeah, because I told you I lose my hair on top. I mean,
Let's get with
hair crack ain't gonna make it better.
You don't know that?
I do know that.
How you?
And-
Have you tried it?
I can just tell you that it's working on G. It is the spot that it looked like he was about to be one of those men with the George Jefferson. Baby, that George Jefferson didn't filled in.
Okay.
So I just know it's working for him.
And
Right.
it worked for me
You
too.
know.
But I was just saying, it's nothing wrong with having a consultation or trying to find out. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I think it's
They
worth
really-
I mean, at this point, anything is worth a shot. If you care. If
Yeah.
you don't give a damn, hey, let it do what it's gonna do, boo boo.
Yeah. So what
I can tell you this, I don't give a damn about this. This
I
can
don't
go
agree
right
with
now.
Rhea. I don't agree with Rhea.
What did Rhea say?
What Rhea say?
Never say never. I think that's.
She say she'll never say never.
I know that people. I think she's going with the theory of people never say never.
No, I know what I would never do.
Right. I know.
I will never say that I wouldn't kill you for my kids because you're gonna die. I would never say that I wouldn't go to jail for my kids. That would be a lie. I would, if my kids right now committed a crime. Guess what? Oh, they getting out this country. And if I got to go to jail getting them out this country, that's just what it is. So here's some things I can definitely say that I would never do.
You better than me because they gonna do that time.
Nah,
'Cause
mine ain't. Mine getting the hell out of here.
I mean, yeah, you
If
run. and
theirs ain't got to do the time, I ain't about to do it either.
well, we shouldn't have ours here. So I'm being honest with you. In real life,
I'm really thinking about leaving this
this
country.
motherfucker.
I am.
I definitely think about leaving when I turn 65. I'm out of here.
Belize and Uganda is really calling my name.
I can say I'll never smoke crack either.
Okay, say it again. I can say that too.
Wait a minute, but
I've tried coke, but not crack.
But my thing with crack is if crack wasn't addicting, I probably wouldn't try it. Crack seemed fun on that first hit. It's that third one that you go downhill from.
When you find yourself taking your DVD in.
Well, you still thinking about DVDs. You know you was on crack.
Oh, I
you-
do have some news for you guys. Just for the people who's watching us, and for those that you will share it with, or just share the information. There was a gas station in Shelby Township, Myers, that for 3 days they did not realize that their gas vendor mixed their diesel gas with the regular and mild. So if you so happen to have filled up between the 16th and the 19th of March at the Myers that's on Grossbeck, and your vehicle is now sputtering and doing things like that, please take it to get checked out, and Meyer is picking up the total bill.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm happy that they're doing that. You know,
I just tell them they messed up my whole damn engine.
you can't even get your car on 8 Mile, let alone at 16 Mile. What you gonna throw it over there?
See, listen, you never remember we talk about how people say shit they shouldn't say.
I said what I said. People shouldn't try to scam. I don't believe in scammers. What are we talking about? I will expose you. I'm telling.
Snitch.
Like his car didn't even. No.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I do a little scheming and a little scamming when it comes to
White folks.
business products, and that's only because they skim and scam us.
And
Because you know damn
definitely.
well that this product that you didn't. That's $329 Apple, and that your warranty is only a year Apple, but right after that year ends, now your products is messing up, and we just shit out of luck.
That's not,
Right.
That's not true. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna let you do Apple like that. It's the things they have what you call Apple Care, and if you Apple cared up, you straight.
If you
Listen,
Apple cared up,
I'm
but
not
you have
about
to
to
pay
get-
for that, right?
Yes, you do.
$8 a month.
I thought it was more than $8 a month.
$8 a month.
I'm not.
They used to-
Everybody wants you to pay something per month, and I'm tired of it.
I'm tired
I'm
of
just
it.
tired.
Well,
Make a product that damn lasts.
No, that's not how business. goes.
And I get it, and I do
Yeah.
get that.
Apple tried to sell
I do
me
get that.
a $25 a month, or maybe it was Verizon.
That was Verizon.
What was it? Protection for your devices, which is a very good plan.
I must, Apple is called Apple Pay.
Yeah,
I
Apple
mean,
Care.
Care.
Apple Care. With Verizon, be trying to be slick like for $24 more extra, you're really covered because you're
Yeah.
getting it instantly in house instead of sending it out.
Well, the thing is with the Verizon, they cover all devices. Now you do have to pay a deductible, but if your TV go out, you only pay $99 and they'll give you the money back for your TV. And you're paying $25 a month.
AT&T has something like that too. For $25 a month, they cover all the electronics in your home.
That's
Right.
all losing companies because Verizon and AT&T is losing ass companies right now.
Rhea said, if my child commits a crime, they gonna do that time. Sorry, not sorry. Not sure what SMH
Shaking
means.
my head.
Thank you. My friend is dealing with this now, and it's sad how these parents are protecting their children. That's what my job is. My job is to protect.
So,
That's very
That's
true.
my job.
That's very true.
I was thinking about Rhea's friend that she's speaking of. And I thought about my own son. So the situation was they allowed a couple of boys, teenage boys, to get a room at the Western.
Okay.
And in the morning, her friend's son, associate of mine, friend, their son woke up dead. And they were playing with a pistol. One of the young men was his cousin and two of his friends.
Wow.
Because they are minors, they don't have to testify of what happened. And the parents are stepping forward and making, and
Making the kids talk.
They're not making the kids talk.
They not?
No, and they don't have to until they're 18. So the police can't enforce it. We have a mother with a dead child, and it's been 2 years. We have a father with a dead child, and it's been 2 years, and they don't have answers. He was supposed to be graduating this year, going to prom this year. Those boys are doing all those things.
Right.
Now my biggest issue, and I thought about King, and King doesn't have friends, and I'm partially grateful because how do you rewind time?
You can't.
Shit.
You
You
can't, right? So one of the things about speaking up is how is the reality of what happened tearing apart the boys who were there? Like, do you think that at 15 years old, if you kept this a secret, you're going to be a normal man for the rest of your life?
No,
not at all. Not at all.
So,
at all.
but as a parent, you will protect your child.
No, as a parent, I'm still going to protect my child, but I'm going to, if someone lost their life, my child is going to have to do the right thing, which is say what happened. Now, does that mean that now I'm going to allow my kid to go to jail? That's something different. Going to jail and speaking up about what actually happened. No, they going to tell the truth, and then I'm going to get them the fuck out of here. And it just is what it is. But they going to tell the truth, but I'm not sending mine to prison.
Right.
Because I understand what that system is.
Yeah.
So my child can come out even worse
Did it with the end.
or not come out at
At
all.
all.
So,
Right.
but no, am I going to make them stand up and say, hey, this is what actually happened, and in hopes that they wouldn't have wanted to pull the trigger or anything like that? But I'm getting my kid the hell up out of here.
Right.
It just is what it is.
And yes, y'all mean that baby's death was just swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And no one is being held accountable and there's no answers. So it's an unfortunate situation. And one of my biggest fears of being a mom, you know, because you want to start giving your child leeway to be out on their own. So 15, 16 years old, my mom got a room for me when I was for my 16th birthday, and we had friends over and this, that, and the other.
I didn't get that, but yeah, go ahead.
I never let those boys stay the night, mama. I didn't. I mean, and I ain't lying.
Right,
like, the girls was trying to get the boys to stay. My mom would have killed me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she didn't even come back until checkout time. But I just, in my heart of hearts, I knew that wasn't going down.
And here's another thing: I would never let any of my loved ones' name go defamed.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I would pray somebody to do the same thing for me.
Yes.
So when we think about, I don't see how you eat that. I'm so serious. I don't even see how you eat. I'm just like, what are those called again?
Parsnips. Parsnips give you gas.
Okay, you know what? I'm not doing this with y'all.
Listen, that's okay. Anyway, and listen, it's almost that time. But before we get out of here, I want.
What do you mean? It's almost that time. We got 15 more minutes.
I know, but I'm still want to put some acknowledgement on some things. Don't go. Anyway, I like to give acknowledgement to people like to Lexi for sticking in there with us, getting the equipment back up and running. And she didn't fret or nothing. She stood right in there and made sure. Oh my God.
Oh, big girl, because I can't. All I can do is do this.
That's good too.
Can't pop that back at all.
Anyway, so thank you, Lexi, for hanging in there with us, making sure we get up and running, because it took a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I apologize. I do have another thing to tell you, parents and people out here who smoke cannabis. Right now, they are finding fentanyl in the resin. If you vape your cannabis, please be very, very careful where you guys are purchasing these products. That they said it was the tip of a pen full of fentanyl in this cartridge that this young man just lost his life from one hit. So let's try to be very,
Did he
very
get the
careful.
cartridge from a dispensary?
The news did not say.
Okay.
And I am trying to dig into it a little bit more because I want to know too. Was it from a dispensary?
Well, the best thing is to do. Not anybody that don't have no medical problems. Stop smoking the shit.
Excuse me.
Stop smoking the shit and quit.
What you mean?
You heard what I said.
Like for why? For what? For why?
For things like that.
Well.
No, hell no.
No, yes.
Right now we are at war.
Right.
So people need to calm their nerves.
Yeah,
but not just that. I mean, you don't know what's real and what's fake, but they just talked about fentanyl being laced with a bunch of bottles of Hennessy. You know, cases of Hennessy. So how am I supposed to know what bottle?
Stop drinking.
Stop drinking. Stop smoking.
Yes. I'm being very honest with you. When I was
You're trying to have a lot of bodies falling, huh?
No, we are accepting a lot of bodies for falling by smoking and drinking the fentanyl. I would say this: you old enough to remember when a lot of things was getting poisoned, including mail. It was people dying for opening up their mail.
Yes, arsenic.
Yeah, what happened? People started stop opening their mail.
They surely did,
and they started taking it to places that they could give you some safety. But hey, I'm telling you, you're right. We are at war, and it's all fair in war to people. And if people want to, I'm just telling people, just think about it. People just begin Hennessy. The number one people to drink Hennessy is black folks. They want to get rid of us. Put it in Hennessy. Put it in chicken. We the first ones to go.
Well, I'm not going to stop smoking my THC. I'm just going to start growing my own. But to stop smoking THC for me,
I know medical reasons and whatever it may be.
Yeah, that would be detrimental to my health.
At least you grow it on your own. So again, when people like you start growing on their own, start growing some vegetables too.
Oh yeah,
well, people are going to smoke weed. So your opinion doesn't make a difference.
No, but I'm telling you, the opinion of your health, whether it's a vape or marijuana, people think marijuana is good for you, and it's not.
Show me that study.
Oh, I got the paper.
Okay.
He always got the paper.
Very true.
And I told him, like, I have not heard people who smoke weed say that they have an issue with anything about smoking weed. Me personally, it's not good for me. But I can only speak for me.
But you also know a lot of people who smoke weed that do have asthma, right?
I got asthma.
And that's what, so anyway,
I smoke weed and I don't have asthma. I mean, I don't smoke weed and I do have asthma.
but that's what I'm saying. But you have people who smoke weed that have asthma.
Right.
Right.
Anything that smoke that goes inside of your lungs is not good.
Absolutely, that is not true.
That is.
Because I also smoke cloves. And guess what cloves do?
Why?
Cloves is natural.
The
Cloves also
natural.
helps with
Did
pain,
you hear what I said?
inflammation.
Did you hear what I said?
But you said smoke. So I do smoke.
Smoke goes inside of
Correct.
your lungs. There's nothing.
And my doctor can tell you right now that he absolutely has not a problem with me smoking cloves or THC. What he does have a problem with is certain strands of THC makes the mucus gland
It's not.
overreact.
I mean, no matter what you say, it's
And
not.
because of mucus, it will mess my lungs up,
Yeah.
right? I just got to stay away from that strand.
Right.
But he ain't telling me to stay away from my cloves or my damn THC. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
because there's a many reports that
Come
you
on,
can find.
marijuana heals asthma. Shut your ass up. Shut up.
The research that you could find that say that there's a problem, I could find multiple ones to tell you that there's not.
Smoke in your lungs is real.
That's
It's
not
never
true,
good.
Miles.
Okay.
I have to go to a pulmonary whatever because of my asthma. That's not true.
I just spoke to a friend of mine who's been smoking cigarettes for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that her doctor told her that he didn't even want to report that nothing has changed in her lungs since she was 16 because he wants her to stop smoking. But it has not affected her body the way that scientists or they advertise that it will. And they literally just had this conversation 2 weeks ago. I think what people need to do is stop putting their own wants, needs, or beliefs off on other people. Like, people who don't smoke, yeah, y'all gonna have a problem with people who do smoke because
Absolutely.
you don't want to be around it.
I don't have
it
a
bothers
problem.
you.
I have no problem.
Yeah,
For anyone
but you do. I mean, you do have issues with smoking because of your history and what has changed in your life.
No, that's not my problem with it. I might don't like what another person do, but the whole truth is, my mother was grown. She smoked cigarettes. She's been smoking cigarettes since she was 12. I'm not talking about that. The bottom line is, the number one killer of people that's in fires is not the fire. It's the smoke.
It's the smoke installation, inhalation.
So smoke, anytime smoke goes inside of your lungs, it's hurting you.
Okay, but have you been in a house after a fire or during a fire or anything?
I have, and it's a different type of
It's
smoke.
a different type of smoke.
Each
You can't even compare the two.
Yes, you can't. Because those
Yes, you
smokes,
can.
no,
Yes,
you
you-
cannot.
Exactly.
Those smokes
You can't.
have chemical.
It's chemicals.
It has chemicals because of everything
Things
around
are
it that's burning.
burning, yes,
So,
true.
but that is different than my clothes.
I'm not saying it. I'm saying any smoke that goes inside of your lungs.
You're saying it's not good, and I'm
Exactly.
telling you that it's not true.
Okay, I can show you where
It's
it is.
Indonesian people who have been smoking spices for thousands of years. Why? Because those certain spices do certain things to your body.
Spices, carcinogens.
Cloves is a spice.
Carcinogen spices. Carcinogen spices.
Cloves is a spice.
I
Hey,
know.
hey, caller, how you doing?
Please don't let it be you.
Hey man,
Say man.
I think y'all onto something, but y'all missing something though. When you get caught in a house fire, you suffer from carbon monoxide poisoning.
True.
Right.
When you smoking marijuana and things of that nature, like that over time, it has a certain effect if you're not taking care of yourself a certain way.
Facts.
If you're not
But it's
taking
not
care
like
of
I'm not
yourself
gonna say
a
it's
certain
like
way.
short term damage. It's not gonna do a lot of short term damage to you, but in the long term, if you're not detoxing yourself a certain way, the mucus will build up a certain way, and then something will happen to you. But
Yes.
that's if you're not taking care of yourself.
And most people are not taking care of themselves.
Stop saying what
That's facts,
most
too.
people aren't doing.
They're not doing it.
We got to speak to the majority though. Like that's what we were trying to
I
tell
think
you
the
yesterday.
majority does not take care of themselves.
This is the thing,
Come
Calvin.
on, man, y'all killing me.
This is the thing. Even with yesterday's conversation, you can't keep saying what most people are doing, and then you have a conversation with myself or somebody like Brittany that you're actually talking to, and being like, "But you're different, though." Because it's a lot of people who are like-minded, like we are. We have to stop putting that narrative out there that most people are negative and not taking care of themselves, because I know a lot of weed smokers that spend a lot of time in the gym. That's why that place is full of people. So you can't say that most people are working out when I can barely get on the machine because there's a lot of people in there.
That's not a big percentage though. Like the exception does not make the rule though. Like
You're right, Calvin. I can understand exactly what Lake is saying.
And gym people does not
100%, because that's how I used to feel. And
The
till
exception never makes the rule.
eyes, yeah, my eyes I had to open my eyes to understand when people use those verbiages, even though I don't like them, they're talking about the majority. And I am not a part of the majority. I am a part of the minority. But it took me a minute to get there. So, like, I get what you're saying, but Calvin, I have to agree with you, Calvin. When you guys speak, you're speaking about the majority.
When
I just don't like it.
when you looking to solve for a problem, you have to start with like the majority. You have to speak to the majority when you're looking to solve for an issue.
I understand what you guys are saying, but we were listening to a Jay-Z song, and what was the line he said about everybody is jealous of you or something like that? People are jealous of you because they not you or whatever.
Yeah.
And the first thought I have is every single person feels that way about themselves. Now you can say the majority of people feel like they're the minority of people. When you're sitting in a room full of people, everybody feel like they're different, and the way that they go about doing things is the different way and the right way. I sit in a lot of rooms full of people that's all the same.
Hold on.
But everybody will sit there and say, I'm different. I'm not a part of that minority.
But here's the truth.
Anybody could say anything, but the truth is,
Right.
Listen, if they sit in the same room, they pretty much the same. Shit, I mean, that's just how it is. If a motherfucker's in the same room, they pretty much like you. Because you both had the same mindset to get there.
That's not true.
Okay.
you could tell me you different from Miss J Sharice, but at the same time, if I see your actions is the same as hers, I'm gonna look at you the same as her.
You're gonna look at me, but
Yeah, you can tell me you can tell me you're totally different from her.
I'm telling you who I am.
No,
I don't need you to interpret who I am.
How come your action speaks louder than words?
But if I say we're not alike, he doesn't know. I just got on somebody's case about this on Facebook. They said that I participated in orgies, I was a swinger, and this, that, and the other, and I had been married. And when I
The
speak,
lies they didn't told on
when
you.
I speak, this is who they interpret me as. None of those three things are true about me. And I'm like, well, when you always talking, this is what you talk. I've never talked about that because I've never done any of those things.
Well, you just said you had to force them.
Well, he said I participate in orgies with an S.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that
had
mean
one
plural.
foursome.
Wait a minute.
I had
Oh, he was only wrong about the plural aspect of it, right?
I mean,
But the mentality was still, listen.
The interpretation of whoever he thought I was is how he views me, and it has nothing to do with who I am. I can't swing if I've never been married, and I've never been married, and I've never said I was married.
You have to be a swinger.
I ain't gonna hold
be
the
a
phone.
swing.
I appreciate y'all.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, Cal, taking up your time. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Cal.
Appreciate it.
She said, I'm sorry for taking up your time.
Right, I am. Because you told me I didn't know how to apologize.
I think the
That's
problem is verbiage, right?
Yeah.
So everybody to me means everybody. So I don't like when people say, well, everybody does this.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, everybody doesn't. So why won't you use a different verbiage when you are speaking if you don't actually mean everybody?
I never say everybody. I say the majority.
And so I'm hearing more people now use that verbiage, the majority, and I like that better than hearing someone say everybody.
Like the majority of people in the gym is not healthy.
But
So,
The majority of the people in the gym are absolutely not
Okay,
healthy. That's why
and
they're in the gym.
But the people,
Right.
the majority of people I know say the majority of people and what they don't do.
Oh, see, I'm just not hearing the majority. I'm supposed to hear everybody.
That's what I think my issue is. Who makes us the exception to the rule? Who makes us the minority? It's just another way of for me, speaking personally, when I hear people down the majority of people, it's like me hearing that person who's speaking putting themselves on a pedestal.
No.
Because I said that's what I hear.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Because you are speaking on what everybody else is doing as if you're not doing it yourself.
No,
when people talk, that is what those of us who are listening. I even said that yesterday. We read the comments in the minds of in our own minds, and not as the writer is writing it. You know, so we will sit here and debate with people about what they're saying, but we're putting our own connotation on what they're saying because we're reading it. But we're not taking who the person is and saying, oh, that's what that person means. Like I said something about a man who can't afford to buy Mexican food wouldn't feel like a man, you know. And you like, if he can't buy Mexican food, he can't buy Mexican food. I mean any food. When a man sits down at a dinner table, he wants to be. But you were saying, you gave the example about Mexican food.
You said just used the same example.
So I just used the same example. And then all of a sudden I'm wrong. All I'm saying is when a man sits at a table, most men, you can tell me if I'm wrong, do not feel like a man if he can't pay for the bill.
You would think so.
You would think so.
I wouldn't, because I'm a man. And this is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so you saying that when you sit at a table and you can't cover the bill,
it doesn't make you feel a certain way.
That doesn't make you feel a certain way.
First of all,
I asked the question.
That's a yes or no.
No, it don't make me feel
Okay.
particular way.
Okay.
Because
we don't sit at the same tables.
The one thing I've learned is that when people, like, if you invited me to dinner,
Oh, yeah,
you have, I'm thinking you're paying for it.
Absolutely, because I invited you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not just as simple as yes or no. What I'm trying to say is, if I invite your ass to dinner, I'm paying.
But
what if when the bill comes, you invited me, right? No matter if it's me, several other people, you invited us, right?
No, I invited you.
Okay, me. And the bill comes.
I'm paying for us, me and you.
And I get that. But you see how much that bill is, and you know you actually cannot afford to splurge like that.
I would have never win. One thing for sure,
Okay.
Two things for certain. I've been in a situation where a woman would order a $75 steak, right? I know I only had $100. I ate me a salad because I was able to cover the bill, the salad, and the tip.
When I sit at tables with men that as I've gotten older, and I also said that I would never think about life the way I did 10 years ago. If I'm sitting at a table with a man, he's paying the bill. Period.
Wait a minute, what?
If I'm sitting, I don't want to sit at another fucking table with a man who's sitting there that can't afford the meal.
That means you're not inviting a man out.
If I invite you out, that's a whole different.
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
a whole.
No,
but I'm gonna watch my invites.
Okay, I get that.
And to be honest with you, there are certain men that I can suggest we go out to eat, and he's gonna pay the bill. Those are really only the men I want to sit across from. I'll never invite my brother out to eat, and my brother will let me pay the bill. We will be arguing about it.
Yeah,
I may have to run around the table or something to get. Or when he goes to the bathroom, I may have to real quick.
That's what a brother.
I'm saying I don't want to sit across. I never. Because that's the thing. I never again want to feel so less like a lady that I'm sitting across the table from a man that I'm not sure can pay for my bill. I don't care if I invited him out or not. I never want to do that again.
How about if he wanted to pay for it?
It better be his birthday.
Well, listen, you make it.
Because even King, I'll be sitting up there like, I see your bank account, dude. I know I invited you, but you need to run that blue card.
The truth is,
shit.
Everything is based. The number one division of man and woman is finance.
Absolutely.
The number one. And
the second is communication.
And second is communication. And these are the two things that separate who you need to be with versus who you want to be with. And I tell anybody this: when you have a man and that man says, "Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Plenty of times I went out. I said, hey, baby girl, I only got $80. So that's what's gonna have to happen."
Mm-hmm. What's wrong with $80?
No, I'm just letting you know. I'm a man and I let a woman know this is what we got to work
He's
with.
saying that this bill cannot with tip go up over this
Yes.
because it won't be covered by
I
me.
would never go over it.
It won't.
And
Yeah.
tip included.
I mean, if the woman is for you, she definitely wouldn't go
Let me
over
pick
it.
the spot. Big boys. I don't have a problem with starters. I don't have a problem with that.
But guess what, like, you don't.
You say the majority of women.
I would tell you that the majority of the women
in
that's
this area,
in this age in the game, they would have a problem.
they
with
have a
that.
fucking problem.
But the majority of the women I know in my environment would not. So I don't know who these people are picking.
You don't know.
I say the same thing.
I
The
don't
women
know.
I hang around with never
Right.
problem.
A woman will never know the amount of women that a man has because majority of the fact. That's why a man can't cheat that much. A man can't take 3 to 4 women out. A woman can go out 3 or 4 times, and we can't take them out on the same day. A man ain't going out 3 or 4 times on a date that he has to pay for. This is why when people say men cheat so much, no, the theory of life, the numbers, women will be seen out with more men than the man will be seen out with more women.
I agree to that. I agree to that.
So your point?
My point is this. This is where the divide come from. Where all the trouble come from is finances and communication.
Absolutely.
And the number one communication, a woman would think that man is hers before the man would think the woman is his.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. So all of these things is the big conundrum where everybody be all fucking confused and battling about who did what, who said what. I meant this, I meant that, and these are the problems when we talk about the majority.
I'll never sit at a dinner table with a man who's not paying the bill.
Oh, okay.
Unless I decided
Okay.
that I was paying the bill. But I would never.
I mean, I would never not treat a man just like how I treat my man like a king because I want to be treated like a queen. And to treat him like a
Praise the
king,
Lord.
baby, let me tell you, there is, hey, you hungry? Let's get it. And he ain't even got to tell me he hungry. It might be, babe, jump in the car, we about to go do something.
There you go.
And I'm paying. I love seeing his face when I pull out my card and he be like, okay then, baby, go ahead and get it.
So-
I love it.
And I love it too, but right now we got to go. Everybody at
I'm
this
not
table.
McDonald's.
I love they fries. I'm okay with it.
I'm loving
Nope.
to get the hell out of here.
I'm
Peace.
never
Thank y'all for
sitting
watching the
at
Rise
the
and Grind Morning Show.
Thank you for watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Bye.
Bye.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause